So the cheap $10 LED lights came in. These things are supposed to be wonderful if you believe the reviews. Personally, I'm really skeptical. But they basically need to do 3 things, well, 2.5 things. They need to be super bright. They need to be compatible with the cameras for filming in case they flicker, you know. And they need to last a long time. Like hopefully they'll last more than a few months, but we'll see. I'm gonna pull one in right now, and then I don't know, maybe it'll be awesome. All right, here's the moment of truth. I don't know, that's pretty good for just one light, especially for 10 bucks and no flicker, so that's good. Okay, I got the second one installed. Much better in here. So I think I like them enough that I'll probably buy a few more, because there's at least 1, 2, 3 more. There's no 4th one here. 1 in the little room maybe. 5th one here. So I have this cool app which I use for building Nikki's grow lights for her plants. It's basically like a almost calibrated, not really, light meter for smartphones, but it's actually pretty accurate. And it's saying, let's see, saying about 130 lux. You can see there is some shadowing with it, which is pretty characteristic of these kinds of lights. But again, $10. I mean, no right to complain. So last night the gas guy came and he wasn't able to get the furnace pilot going. So I bought a kind of generic replacement thermocouple, figuring, you know, 10 bucks or whatever, I'd try that. But I figured before I open this, I'd actually just see if I couldn't light the pilot myself. And so he had like this little lighter deal, and I have a torch. So I nuked that thing pretty good. And it actually, I was able to get it started. So I don't know if the furnace works or not. I'm gonna try to start it up next, but that's a pretty good sign. Oh, you can smell the stuff burning off it, you know, the old crud. So my understanding is that this furnace actually hasn't run in a couple of years. So I'm just gonna run that for a little bit. Probably should get a carbon monoxide alarm in here, because you never know with this older equipment. So I got a fire extinguisher, just in case something silly happens. Furnace is still doing good, hasn't exploded in flames yet. So earlier when I got to the shop, it was 44 degrees, I think, something like that. The heater hasn't been running very long, already up to 48 now. So that's good. Well, that wraps it up for right now, easy peasy. The heater is incredible, puts out an amazing amount of heat. Had no trouble getting the temperature up in here, 10 degrees, no time at all. So I guess we'll just have to figure out what kind of temperature we want to maintain. Normally, I'm thinking maybe 50 degrees, you know, when people aren't here, but we'll just kind of figure that out. It gives me a great idea for a project as well, though, which is a remote controllable thermostat, like a Nest, but based on the ESP32 platform that I do a lot of work with. So I think that's something I'll do in the future, and otherwise I think that's it.